Hello, 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 hello. This is your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, aka Mr. Transformer, aka the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, aka Rhapsody Barrero. And now for something totally different. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes consuming my nephew Kyle's birthday cake. And so many people you don't, eat on a video unless they're promoting food, and I'm not promoting food, even though it's from Pizza Cake. If you have a Pizza Cake near you, they make great cakes. Check them out. And washing it down with some green tea. That's green tea, not green tea. That's what it sounds like when you have a mouthful of birthday cake. So, my nephew Kyle is in town visiting the fam for Christmas break. He's off of college, going to be a historian. Keep an ear out for his name, Kyle Robertson, sorry, I get it mixed up sometimes. But he's a smart kid, and he's going to be doing big things. Meanwhile, the reason I brought you here today, birthday cake and green tea notwithstanding, is I finally got, well, first I finally ordered, and then I finally got my Alphacore package. I got the merchandise pack and Alphacore #1 cover C. That would be the foil cover because it looked really cool. I figured, hey, why not get something that looks really cool? And so this is the beanie, and I don't know, I guess most people wouldn't start with the beanie, but I start with the beanie because I'm one of these big head mofos. So if you're a big head mofo, you know how hard it is to find a good beanie. And hey, it's January, it's cold, winter is here. Even here in Georgia, winter is here. And the cool thing about this, first off, you've got the Alphacore logo on the front, and on the back you have the Rippaverse Comics insignia to further stamp the authenticity of the product. Then, of course, we have the Alphacore t-shirt, all the gang in full display. So this is what I call this a half unboxing, because as you can see, because I have the beanie and the t-shirt, I had to open the box to get to the beanie and the t-shirt, but as they always say in so many marketing pieces, but wait, there's more. All right. So, next on the agenda is the ever popular, if I opened it ahead of time, I would know where the opening was and I wouldn't be doing all this fiddling. But I didn't, so genuine activity going on here. And in the merch pack, you also get the Valdez sweatshirt. Looking good. Okay. And next on the agenda, we have the one and only, oh my goodness, I knew I left that knife over here for a reason, and I put it away. I'll be right back. And in a blink of an eye, here's the knife. for which to open said cover B of Alphacore #1. And I'm here to tell you, boys and girls, I have no experience other than the Rippaverse regarding buying comics online, but they pack these things. They pack these things like they're going through a war zone. I'm here to tell you, it could go through a flood, an earthquake. No shade thrown on the people going through earthquakes right now. But here we go. Alphacore #1, cover C. That's the foil edition. Looking good. That's the front. Let's pull it out so we can take a look at the back. Then we'll know what the back looks like. It's probably awesome. Yup, it is. And there's the back of cover C, the foil edition. And there's that. And so the Alphacore campaign is going on until January 20th. You can still get stuff that's available. Like one of the things that I'd completely forgotten about, otherwise I'd have picked it up there. If you go to rippaverse.com, that's RIPPAVERSE.com, you will see the animated trailer for Alphacore. And so, since they're going full-blown with animation, there is a Rippaverse animation t-shirt. And I'm sure I'll pick it up at some point because it looks really cool. But for right now, this is all we're doing because, I don't know, I gotta rein myself in somehow from time to time. Otherwise, I'll just buy up a bunch of stuff in support of people doing big things, building up what we call the parallel economy. And it's like, I would say fighting Marvel, fighting DC, but there's no fight. Nobody's fighting anything. You got the Rippaverse here doing this. You got Epicverse doing what they're doing. Dean Cain is coming out with his own comic book. That's bigcomics.com. Check that out. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Drum 3PO, Drum 3PO. He's got his second comic book coming out for kids. And basically, it's just a bunch of people who at one time, their primary focus was to just complain about how bad things were. And yeah, you can get a lot of mileage out of that because the easiest thing in the world to do is complain. The easiest thing to find on the street is somebody to tell you why it's all going down the tubes, why everything is wrong, why we're all going to die tomorrow. And don't get me started because I have fallen prey to and somewhat believe a lot of the conspiracy theories that are out and about. So, yeah. But yeah. Or in another word, a great man, former mentor of mine, William R. O'Brien. For those who didn't know him, he was a great man. He started out running gangs in Harlem, in New York, back when there were white people in Harlem. They're coming back now. But he ended his career, well, actually, not even ended his career. He went from that to being one of the original Navy SEALs, from that to being the #1 salesman at IBM in the late 70s. From that, he moved on to build a great Amway organization, of which I was under his tutelage, so to speak. So he was my Amway diamond, and he passed away from cancer. But one of the things he would always say, any dead fish can float downstream. Easiest thing in the world is to complain. And another great person, I forget who, Greatest line I've ever heard. Have you ever seen a statue erected to a critic? No, because dime a dozen. Even though some get paid more than others, dime a dozen. Easiest thing in the world to criticize. To build, that takes commitment. That takes forethought. That takes grit. And that is what Eric July, Young Ripper 59 on YouTube, Eric D. July on Twitter and everywhere else, as well as Young Ripper 59, has done with the Rippaverse. This is campaign number 3. We are currently moving at a grand sum total of $7 million from his 3rd campaign. There are people in independent comic space that wish they could get $1 million out of their campaign. There are people in the comic space who all they do is crowdfund and collect money and haven't even delivered on their product. And they want to talk smack about Eric July, who's delivering on his product every single time. Delivering on his promise every single time. For a quality product, if you have any kind of problem, you just email them, they take care of it. It's good stuff. And the stories are fantastic, especially this one, written by the great Chuck Dixon. And it's just, wow, good stuff. And the guy who penciled the art, Joe Bennett. His name escaped me, so I need to look back. So the Rippaverse is incorporating people who are in the business, people professionally operating in the business that used to work for the big companies, and now they're all doing their own thing. Oh man, coming up next, the Yaira book. The Soska sisters are making the Yaira book, and I'm here to tell you, that thing is going to break 5 million. You heard it here, folks. Because the Soska sisters, they're just fantastic. They're great. And you just wait and see. You just wait and see. All right, so that is the semi-unboxing, and I'll be coming back in a few days after I finally read Alphacore with my review of Alphacore, and you'll know more about it then. No spoilers, or maybe a spoiler and a half or two, but like not enough spoilers to where you know enough of the story that you don't need to buy the book, because we want you to buy the book. Okay? All right. Oy. So, once again, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, it's the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody Barrero, signing off, wishing you and yours a happy, blessed, wonderful new year. Go for it. Go for it. Don't let anybody stop you, even you. Not even you. You start giving yourself excuses. As soon as you start hearing the excuses go off in your head, you need to get up and take action toward whatever the excuses are telling you not to do. And it's just your subconscious keeping you safe. That's all it is, really. It's not, you're not a weak person. You're just, our mind is set up in such a way that our subconscious, as part of it, it helps us to protect ourselves because its main function is to keep us alive. And the challenge that your subconscious has with something new is it has no history of you surviving it. So it gives you every excuse in the world why you shouldn't do it. But the thing is, there are people out there actively doing it, so you need to get out and do your thing, whatever your thing is. Write a song, write a rap, write some comedy, put together a comic book, put together an adult novel, whatever it is that's on your heart, whatever it is that's in your mind that you know that only you can do. I've said in previous videos that there are tasks from on high, from what we call the superconscious, or from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call it. There are tasks that only you can do. You were called to do them, so you have to do them. If you don't do them, who knows how long it's going to take for somebody else to get the same message when the thing could have been already out there, already making money, already changing lives, already helping people, already entertaining people in a healthy way, not pushing a message. Wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, holy cow, we have run 15 minutes, and I was just blathering. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you spending your time with me right now. And go to ripaverse.com, RIPPAVERSE.com. Pick up your copy of Alphacore #1. If you haven't picked up any of the ISOM books, you can get those there. That's what started it off, ISOM #1, ISOM #2. Go pick them up. And I'll be back later on this week with the Alphacore review. Until then, be well, my friends. Yes.